Okay, we're recording right now and we are getting prepared to go into the live session right now. Preparing to live stream. That's what it's doing. I enjoyed listening to that Jill Scott. Sounds so good, so refreshing. Preparing to live stream. Let me mute myself. That's what it's doing. I enjoyed listening to that Jill Scott. Sounds so good, so refreshing. Okay. Muted myself.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Why you stuff like that?
Because when we're recording, it's recording what I'm saying, and I muted myself in the back end so we can't hear back what we're recording. In other words, it's two things at one time. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm recording live on the YouTube, and it's also recording on YouTube as we're speaking. So I have to mute YouTube so I can speak and they can hear us clearly on the Zoom record, the initial record. You understand that, babe?
I understand that already.
Okay, I can explain more to you. But good afternoon, good evening, rather, everybody. How y'all doing today? I hope you guys had a good day. Welcome to our first episode of Table Talk. It's going to be consisting of myself, Precious as G. Vangure, along with my husband, Wilfred Vangure. As you guys know, he is my husband, and he's incarcerated at Louisiana State Penitentiary currently, but temporarily, in Jesus' name. We decided to come together to do a show called Table Talk. And we want to do this for couples who are in relationship, in marriages, and you are doing this with your spouse behind bars. And we definitely know the challenge and the sacrifices and compromises that come with that. So we're just going to come together every Tuesday and do a little session called Table Talk, maybe have a few guests or two on to come and talk with us and just talk about different topics and just bring awareness and get people to know that this is a real life journey. It doesn't consist of someone just constantly sitting there just telling you what you want to hear, as people may say jail talk. That is really kind of an out the water deal. We're in 2020 now, and people are going through real situations, real life issues, families. So we want to just bring you the most realist deal of just a basic everyday, normal day conversation, things we discuss, things we talk about, things we want to do, so you can get a feel of what it entails of, because people really want to know. They may be scared to ask, but they really want to know what daily conversations sound like. You know, today's a normal work day. I'm just getting off of work. I'm actually cooking dinner, sitting down to the table. This is a normal phone call time for us. So we just gonna have it with you guys live and personal, if that's okay. Babe, how are you today?
I'm doing fine myself.
You doing okay?
Really, our first couple of times, yeah, I'm doing all right. I haven't talked to you in like 2 times a day.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
I want to ask you how your day was. You ain't told me really how your day was going.
Oh, my day was fine, babe. It was busy for a Tuesday. Normally it's not that busy on a Tuesday, but today we were really busy. And that's because we're gonna be closed extra day this week. I found out this afternoon. So we actually were a little more busier today than we normally are on Tuesday. But thank you for asking. Was your day good?
I will have a few little few running. Uh, by you know,
Okay.
getting ready tomorrow. They having our first day of work. Tomorrow.
Okay, y'all starting y'all work call tomorrow. Speak a little louder for us, babe.
Yeah, I see they starting that tomorrow. That's gonna be
Okay,
but
okay.
uh,
Well, that's good. That's good. So it seems like you're ready for that. on tomorrow. That's good. Um, I want to start off, babe, by just saying something in the likes of just tell me one thing. We're gonna start off our episodes like this, just giving words of affirmation to each other because words of affirmation are so important. They keep you feeling good about your partner, keeping you confident about how your partner feels. Constant words of affirmation, that's something we're real big on. So we're going to start our episode off by me telling you something that I love about you and you telling me something you love about me. One thing. We're doing one thing. You first.
One thing, how I'm gonna put that in one word. I love so much about you, love. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful person inside out. And inside out. But I take the time right now to say that I love your determination and your ambition for this thing we here that we got going on. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of couples going through this. Uh, a lot of times these type of relationships don't work out. But what I can say, I'm blessed to have a woman, I'm a wife that's really determined and dedicated to what she do. And I feel like a lot of women get a lot of good people.
You keep going in and out, babe.
Let
Hello,
me try to.
babe.
Yeah, you can hear me.
You keep
You can
going
hear me
in
now.
and out. Okay.
All
Hel-
right, you can hear me.
okay, yeah. Now repeat what you just said.
I said, determination, your ambition towards what you got going on right now. You know what I mean? I was explaining how a lot of women they take a lot from it. They need this type of encouragement and dealing with the circumstances and as a whole, what we dealing with incarceration is men who have so many years, tight situations. And you have women that really just that take their time out, dedicated to it. Like I was saying, I'm blessed because I don't want to have a woman give me her time, dedicated sacrifices to take on my journey along with me. Uh, I love you as a person. Like I said, you beautiful inside out, down to earth. And you wanted me to put one word. I can't just sum it up in one word. I'll be a daily. But that's my take. I love you, baby.
I love you too. Thank you so much. That's so sweet, baby. I love hearing the way you feel about me and different things that you feel and why you feel those ways. That's a daily and a constant reminder that I have such a good, strong man who loves me completely. And I can't do nothing but respect that and appreciate that. Which was answering my question to you. One of the things that I do love is that you do make sure you help me to feel loved daily. You know, you help me to feel confident daily in what we share, and you're not ashamed of that. And you do it without me asking. You do it spontaneously in words and actions. And that is definitely one of the things that I love about you. And I appreciate you so much for that.
I love you.
I love you too. I don't know what phone you picked, but it's not a good phone. It's very staticky. It's very staticky. So what I'm gonna
Oh,
do is I'm gonna transfer it to the phone speaker, the actual phone speaker, and see if it's gonna be a little louder, okay? Hello?
yeah.
Okay. It may be a little louder. I'm hoping it is. We gonna find out. First episode, y'all. So we getting it together. Normally he sounds really loud on this Bluetooth speaker, but tonight it's not sounding so loud, and it could be because of service issues, things to that nature. But we want to briefly talk about for the next 10, 15 minutes or so the effect that COVID is having on relationships and marriages. Um, we wanted to just talk about some of the things that couples are dealing with right now. I know, as you all know, when COVID first started, well, I'll say I didn't expect for us not to have. I didn't know how far this issue was going when we first, when it first came to surface, so to speak. So we weren't prepared to not have visit for months and months at a time. I think it's going on 6 months right now that we have not had a contact visual visit with our, with our spouses and loved ones. So it is definitely a challenge if this is something that you guys were used to doing. I know here in Louisiana, we were able to do full, contact, visit on weekends. And, it was a beautiful thing. We ate together, was able to show affection to each other. It's some of those things. Well, in our situation, with having a spouse that's incarcerated, that's your only thing that you have that's really major. So we look forward to that. And so, excuse me. So without being able to do that, um, it does put, a strain, on the relationship in some form. Not in a bad form, but it's like a missing piece. And if you don't have, well, babe, I'll let you take it from here. Uh, what is what you feel is the downside of not being able to have a visit since COVID?
You know, like you said, it's a missing piece. Like, that present, that present, and that contact, means so much in being alive. And it's really challenging for us guys to be going through we going through, and y'all on the other end without getting that affection, like, what I mean, that contact and that time, uh, is rough. You know, I'm a lot of us right now is talking about the business a lot right now. They're opening things up, and we trying to see how they're gonna do that. And we need our family members, especially our wives. They're a part of us. I mean, sometimes I miss those visits. I'm just feeling in touch with my wife. Just us sent. You know, and that you to carry me on through the week. I know one day next week I'll be seeing her again. I'll be in her presence again. Uh, have a nice little wonderful time. All faith is there, uh, that's one way to hold the effect of, uh, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with that, babe. The effect of COVID, really, took us by surprise because we weren't expecting. A lot of couples weren't expecting not to know that they were not going to see their spouse, for months. And I have heard so many stories from women around the world and different things going on at different facilities on not only the visits were stopped, but in some places the phone calls were stopped. Uh, the time for self care was cut shortened because of fear of COVID. Being yeah, so there were some couples, I could remember some ladies telling me they may hear from their spouse maybe once or twice a week, or just hoping that they'll be able to give themselves a shower or eat some type of hot food. I know that was another big issue. A lot of them were being, not having the ability to get hot food served because there's no workers to cook hot food, and they're just so afraid on the other hand to do all the cooking and food handling because of COVID. So they had to eat a lot of cold cut food. It has brought upon a lot of frustration for a lot of men, and a lot of the wives at home because the men are going through this frustration, um the changes that you feel uh that couples are going through since COVID, what would you suggest to them? What are some ways that you would suggest to them for couples like that are going through being able to just talk once or twice, or what would you say to that? How could they keep a level head and some type of communication going? What would you say about that?
Uh, one thing first and foremost, they have to have a spiritual relationship with God.
A little louder,
I,
babe.
I, you know,
A little louder,
say
babe.
the first thing I would say would have a spiritual connection with your creator, you know what I'm saying? Uh, pray, you and your couple, you pray, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that we're not able to really, certain situations, we not be able to keep our communication intact, like, you know what I mean, whatever obstacles they're having. But like I said, you gotta pray and just make the best whenever you get a chance to communicate, make it count. You know what I mean? Make it count.
That's right. That's right. I agree with that. Try to refrain from the arguing and and I know you're gonna be frustrated because we've had periods, where my husband will call and he'll be frustrated because he's had a hard time just dealing with the loneliness of not being able to talk that much like we'd like to for the day. That brings on a frustration when you're used to some type of routine of communication. But babe, let's talk about other ways that the couples can communicate. If you can't use phone time, what is another way to share with them a way that we communicated in times where you were limited with phone?
We had to do a lot of writing. We had to do a lot of writing. So nowadays they have the kiosk machines. So whenever you're in certain situations, cell block or lockdown, isolation, or whatever,
Hmm.
not, you don't be able to use those kiosk machines. So you have to do a lot of writing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of writing.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell them how much we used to write.
Oh,
Okay.
he used to write a whole lot, you know. But he used to write a whole, yeah, we used to do a lot of writing. But like I said, the benefits to those kiosk machines is you do let the light, they let them get the JP4s and buy, you know, it take people out of the writing, it take them out of the writing. But when you find yourself in deep, certain situations, you might have to get back to that writing, you know what I mean, to keep your communication going.
That's right.
Communication is everything, yeah.
That's right. That's right. I agree with that, babe. You said a mouthful. Communication is everything. Communication is how you manage the relationship, on how you understand each other, how you get to know what your spouse is feeling, how they're coping on a daily basis. I remember us writing, and we would break our days down in one letter. Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, Monday night, then we would go Tuesday. We do that for like 3 days straight and then mail it out and start again. Remember that, babe?
Man, put myself thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like during those times, like honestly, I felt like we got to know each other so much more with the way we were doing our writing process, and don't get me wrong, the phone, emails, kiosks, all that is good. But I feel like we got to a lot of foundational building when we wrote each other. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree, but it's just something about the sweet voice that I need. I have to have it, you know. And right now, with this so much, man, these phone calls, bro, and I just be wanting to hear that sweet voice, man. These securities making so much money. It's a shame. So, but I have to, I gotta hear the sweet voice. I gotta hear my baby. I gotta get the love, you know.
Oh, well, I want to give you the love, baby.
Like,
You know I love giving you the love now.
Perfect, right.
I love giving you the love, baby. I don't mind, but I agree with what you're saying, writing is good, and this was something we more so did in the beginning phase, beginning years of our relationship, when you're trying to foundational build and find ways to just communicate so much and know and know and know. And we've also periodically we go back to those tools, those writing tools, so we don't lose ground on how to communicate with each other. That's really important. Like my husband said, being able to take that time you get when you have that phone call, just work on giving each other words of affirmation and words of encouragement, and try not to focus so much on the negative. Though your husband may be frustrated, pick up the phone and say something encouraging to him. Sing him a song if you can sing. Just be ready to give as much love and care and affection as you can each time that phone rings, because they are going through a period of isolation because there is no visit. It's a different type of isolation for them, and it's not so much for us, but it is for us in a different way, because we're dealing with the isolation on this side and they're dealing with it behind prison walls. Babe, anything you want to say about that?
You sum it up. You together. You take care of it, baby.
What advice would you like to give to those out there that are struggling with communication? I know we talked about writing, um, and I well, at your facility there's email, but some a lot of places around the world, they don't have access to emails and JPEGs, and I know that could be even more frustrating for those couples, who can't utilize those things, or their loved one may have access to it and they may be going through a period of lockdown, where a lot of stuff is restricted. I want to talk about the lockdown process on our next episode, but what kind of encouragement could you give to those couples that are in that place where they're missing their loved one and they want to hear from them and they just can't?
But you say can't, but as long as the post office running, they got us down. The letter gonna get even if it's a backup on the mail, it may be backed up, but they're gonna get some. You know what I mean? And I feel like that once they see the words and they're listening, they hear them out. Uh, they're gonna get them somewhere. You know what I mean? Even if it didn't get when it was supposed to get down, that old letter is still gonna get them somewhere in the long run. It build up the relationship. You know what I mean? So in these times when we're away and we can't, for whatever reason, communicate in those old letters like that, or those stacks of letters that you got built up, those words and everything you're going through, you will find yourself in a way of open up more when you write. So, this call is subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from an offender at a Louisiana Department of Corrections facility. Yeah, it's all skills, but it all builds up and y'all open yourself up to each other and bring you closer. So, just right.
Right.
Let's get the level. Yeah.
Right. So, and babe, one more thing I want to ask you to let people know, what is something that you like, that I have been doing, say when our calls were kind of in a restricted place and then you weren't able to call as often. What was something that you enjoyed that I did when you did get to call?
Oh, shit. When I got the call, me being going through all what I'm going through here daily, and I was just in a cell block for a nice little minute, and I had problems getting on the phone, just getting certain things taken care of. did was my wife always kept. She'll call up here and check up on me, even if I wouldn't be able to call. She's calling up here and checking up on me. You know what I mean? She lets them know she's concerned, but they gonna report it to her, let her know what's up. And it made me feel so good, me having someone that care like that about me. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's real shocking. So, but she gonna get that out. But I love her so much. But me not being able not to talk to her on the phone or whatever whenever I can't, and I be missing my baby so much. But then I do just pray and just try to keep a positive mind and find something I like doing, getting to until the time I do my time, and sooner or later I get in contact, and maybe we do get up on the phone, man. We don't waste no time. Get it in, you know. I try to stay away from the negative or whatever I didn't sit there. Maybe I got the love on my baby, and she give me all the love I even wish for, ask for, man. So she keeps me going. That's my life. I love you, baby.
I love you too, babe. I love you so much. Yeah. So we could get lost right here, but we got to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up, y'all. Some key things we talked about tonight, stepping up your writing game. You know, during this COVID time, we're not really sure when visitation is going to kick back up, and want to encourage you guys to write, do a daily journal of writing, create some type of writing plan, mail out letters, make sure he has stamps. If anything, make sure if it's a male holding down a female, a lady that's doing serving time, same thing for you men out there that's sticking by your women. You want to do the same for them. Also, whenever you do get that time to communicate on the phone, you want to focus it all to loving and being supportive and giving a lot of words of affirmation and encouragement to that person, because you both are going through a period of isolation. So the more support and love that you can show each other and just shy away from the negativity, as my husband said, it'll make up for more of the bad, with the good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is our first time. We're going to tweak it up for y'all and make sure we get it right and have it all spruced up for y'all. And we are going to have some guest speakers on. Possibly next episode, we may go ahead and invite more in. Babe, is there anything you want to say before we end our live tonight?
I'm good. I just pray everybody all right. May y'all make it through this COVID. Safe. That's your desire, bro. That's me, bro. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
All right. And we thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the subscribers. I see you. Thank you for all the persons that have been emailing us. We're getting to you. We're taking care of things for you. We love our Incarceration Speaks family. We love our Angel Wives family. Shout out to Aquila, Tamika, Tracy, Janelle, Rachel. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. I love you. I love you. I love you. And all our supporting foundations, much love to you as well. So until next time, next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central, we will be back for another episode of Table Talk with Precious and Wilfred Vangure, founders of Incarceration Speaks. Until next time, good night and God bless.